The journey begins.
It was a sunny summer morning when Mia and her friends Leo and Sophia excitedly climbed into the car. They were going on vacation to Italy with Mia's parents. The car was packed to the brim with suitcases, toys, and delicious snacks for the long trip. Mia, Leo, and Sophia could barely contain their excitement. Mia, do you have your sun hat?" he asked Mia's mom while loading the car. Yes mom, I've got everything ready," Mia replied, beaming. And Leo, you didn't forget your camera, did you?" called Mia's dad.
No, it's packed too," Leo answered.
Sophia giggled. I can't wait to swim in the sea and eat ice cream." The trip took many hours, and the landscape changed from green meadows to picturesque hills and finally to the sandy beaches of Italy. The children played games, sang songs, and dreamed of the adventures that awaited them. Chapter 2: Arrival in the Village. Finally, they arrived at the small seaside village where they would spend their vacation. The village was full of colorful houses, and the streets were narrow and winding. Everywhere smelled of fresh herbs and delicious food. This place is so beautiful," exclaimed Sophia as she got out of the car. Yes, it really is like a picture," agreed Leo. Mia's parents helped them carry the luggage into the vacation house they would be staying in for the next 2 weeks. The house was cozy and had a small garden that led directly to the beach. We should go to the beach right away," suggested Mia, and the others enthusiastically agreed. But before they could leave, they heard a faint whimpering from one of the alleys. Curiously, they went to investigate and found a small stray dog with scruffy brown fur. He looked hungry and scared. Chapter 3: The Little Stray. Poor thing," said Mia, kneeling down next to him. He looks like he needs something to eat." Leo quickly pulled a cookie from his backpack and offered it to the dog. The dog sniffed cautiously and then gratefully accepted the cookie. Sophia gently petted his fur.
Maybe he's lost.
"We should help him." The 3 friends decided to take the dog to the vacation house and find out if he belonged to someone. They named him Pippo. Mia's parents agreed that Pippo could stay until they found his owner. He really seems friendly," remarked Mia's dad. But we need to make sure he's healthy. We'll take him to the vet tomorrow." Chapter 4: The Search for Pippo's Owner. The next day, Mia, Leo, and Sophia set out to look for Pippo's owner in the village. They asked in the shops, at the beach, and even at the ice cream parlor, but no one seemed to know the dog.
I don't understand," said Leo.
Someone must be missing him. Maybe we should keep looking," suggested Sophia. There are still many parts of the village we haven't seen." In the evening, they continued their search and arrived at a small house at the end of the village. It was surrounded by a beautiful garden, and from inside the house, they heard an elderly woman singing a lovely melody that floated through the evening air. Chapter 5: The Song of the Old Woman. The children followed the voice and knocked on the door. A kind old lady opened it and looked surprised to see the children and the dog. Hello children," she said, smiling. What brings you here?" We found a dog and are looking for his owner," explained Mia, pointing to Pippo. The old woman's eyes lit up.
That's Pippo.
I lost him a few weeks ago. He's my faithful companion." The old lady, who introduced herself as Signora Rossi, told the children that Pippo had run away one day and that she had been searching for him ever since. She was overjoyed to have her beloved dog back. I can't thank you enough," said Signora Rossi, hugging the children. Please come in, I'd like to offer you something to eat."
Chapter 6: The Feast.
As a thank you, Signora Rossi invited Mia, Leo, and Sophia to a large Italian feast. There was pasta, pizza, and delicious desserts. The children were delighted with the many tasty dishes. This is the best food I've ever had," said Leo with his mouth full. Signora Rossi told them stories about the village and its old traditions. Pippo sat happily by her side, wagging his tail.
He really seems happy to be home," observed Sophia.
Yes, and I'm so glad to have him back," replied Signora Rossi. You've made me very happy." Chapter 7: Adventures at the Beach. The children enjoyed the rest of their vacation in Italy. They played on the beach, built sandcastles, and swam in the sea. Every day they visited Signora Rossi and Pippo, who had become their good friends. On a particularly hot day, they decided to have a big picnic on the beach. Mia's parents helped them prepare everything, and soon they were on the beach with blankets, pillows, and a basket full of delicious food. This is the life," said Leo contentedly, squinting at the sun.
Mia nodded.
I wish we could stay here forever." Chapter 8: The Farewell Approaches. The days flew by, and soon it was time for Mia, Leo, and Sophia to head home. They packed their things and prepared for the long journey back. On their last evening, They made a big bonfire on the beach and told each other stories. Signora Rossi and Pippo also came to say goodbye. I will miss you, said Signora Rossi sadly. You are always welcome to come back.
And we will miss you and Pippo, replied Mia.
But we will definitely come back. Pippo jumped up and wagged his tail happily, as if agreeing.
Chapter 9. The Journey Home.
The next morning, Mia and her friends said a heartfelt goodbye and set off for home. They waved to Signora Rossi and Pippo and promised to return soon. The journey back was filled with memories of the beautiful days in Italy. The children talked about the adventures they had experienced and made plans for future trips. This was the best vacation ever, said Mia, smiling. We made a new friend and had so many adventures. Leo and Sophia agreed. They all knew they would never forget those special days in Italy and were already looking forward to their next adventures together. Chapter 10. A Letter from Italy. A few weeks after their return, Mia, Leo and Sophia received a letter from Italy. It was from Signora Rossi and included a photo of her and Pippo, along with a heartfelt message. Dear Mia, Leo and Sophia, I hope you are all well. Pippo and I miss you very much. It was so lovely to have you here, and we are already looking forward to your next visit. Here are some photos from our last evening together. Thank you so much for everything you did for us. With much love, Signora Rossi and Pippo. The children were thrilled to receive the letter and the photo. They hung it up in Mia's room and told everyone about their adventures in Italy. And so ended the story of Mia, Leo and Sophia, who in a small village in Italy made a new friend and shared unforgettable experiences. But they knew that this was only the beginning of many more adventures waiting for them.
The end.